In this video, let's talk about Kansas City Chiefs versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, go over the final injury report, look at some interesting stats from both teams, and then we're going to look at some keys to victory, offense, special teams, and defense. But first, how about those? What's up, guys? My name is Cole, and I do daily news about the Kansas City Chiefs, so make sure to sub if you're new, hit that like button. If the Chiefs are catching a dub, it might be a stressful dub on Sunday night against Tom Shady and the Buccaneers. And without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so Mike Dana is ruled out for the game already. Questionable is Harrison Butker and MVS. Gosh dang it, dude. Butker did not practice today and will be a game time decision. So basically, I doubt Harrison Butker plays, and we'll probably be looking to the newly signed kicker, Matthew Wright, instead. Now, he gives me a little bit more confidence than Matt Amendola. And for the record, the Chiefs, when they signed Matt Amendola, they brought in 6 kickers, kind of did like a contest of sorts, tried them all out, and whoever the best guy was, they signed, and that was Amendola. Well, Matthew Wright and another kicker they brought in, I believe it was earlier this week, and they were not part of the 6 people that they originally brought in, so I don't know why they weren't brought in. Either way, I'm saying all that to say Matthew Wright is a better kicker. Do I trust him more than Harrison Butker? No. And in a game, when I get to my prediction and stuff like that, in a game that's going to be pretty much decided by the defense, special teams is going to be even more critical because it's probably going to be a low-scoring game by 1 score. Either way, you want to score it, Chiefs, Bucs. It's going to be a 1-score game more than likely, and a very low-scoring game, probably shockingly low, and we'll get into why I think that. But injury report, Butker is the game-time decision. The only other player that did not practice was Joshua Kando. He was sick. McCole Hardman, he was limited. I don't think he's coming into this game healthy with that heel, so that's one receiver. MVS is questionable to play. I don't know what kind of abdominal injury he's going through, but McCole Hardman's limited, meaning he'll probably play, but not at 100%. Let's just say MVS doesn't suit up. We'll just play worst case scenario here. That means Sky Moore is going to get some more looks. That means Justin Watson's going to get some more looks. Are we unhappy about any of that? No. I would like to see Sky get some more looks, to be honest. Yeah, another lineman on the, I forgot to mention this, another lineman on the injury report, Andrew Wiley with a hip. He was a full participant, but the O-line's a little banged up. Orlando Brown Jr. been dealing with a little bit with his knee. He's not on the injury report this week, so I think he's fine. Trey Smith with the ankle, he's not on the injury report either, so maybe he's healed past that, but they both haven't looked 100%. Ronald Jones was sick a couple days, but he was better. Will Ronald Jones suit out? I highly doubt it. I know some people are saying, hey, let's get Ronald Jones out there. Let this be his revenge game, but dude, he's more than likely not suiting up unless McKinnon, CEH, or Pacheco go down. Could they suit him up as like a surprise, like, oh, wow, maybe? But they're not going to do well in the run game, I don't think, this week anyway. As far as the Bucs go, their coach, Todd Bowles, he spoke today in a brief presser that I did listen to. But this is from Jenna Lane on Twitter. She said, Bucs coach Todd Bowles says Chris Godwin and Donovan Smith will be both game-time decisions against the Chiefs. Now, in case you're wondering who Donovan Smith is, that's their freaking left tackle. He didn't play last week. The Bucs O-line is basically in shambles. Their left tackle may not play this week. Please, God, give him another week that he needs to heal up. Don't make him hurt. I don't like people hurt, but just make his progress slightly slower than able to play this week. If so, Chris Godwin may or may not be playing. That's a game-time decision. Wide receiver, we all know him. Then Donovan Smith, their left tackle, is going to be a game-time decision as well. Rashad Perriman is doubtful, quote, per Todd Bowles, unless he can make some sort of miraculous recovery. Another wide receiver. Then Julio Jones, another wide receiver, will be a decision made Sunday. He could have possibly played last week, but Todd Bowles said he didn't really feel like he was healthy enough to go. So he will probably play, but I'm not exactly sure. He did practice all week, I think, but in limited fashion. So we'll see about that. Now, Mike Evans is back, their other wide receiver. It's been a thing of wide receivers for the Bucs. He got suspended last week for fighting in the Saints game. The only one that's for sure ruled out, which we kind of already knew, was their defensive tackle, Akeem Hicks, with his foot. He was out last week as well, and will probably be out for a couple more games. But yeah, that's kind of where the injury report stands, guys. Just some thoughts off the top of my head. The Bucs defense is really freaking good. They're one of the top 3, top 5 defenses in the NFL. The more studying I've done, the more game stuff that I've watched on them, the stats that I've looked up, they are one of the best defenses in the NFL. Very good at stopping the run. A lot of their defense is still intact from when we played them in the Super Bowl. A great team. Now, the difference is, I would say the Chiefs' defense is better this year, right? I think they're 9th overall against the run. That's a top 10 stat. You like that? They held Jonathan Taylor to under 100 yards. They got 10 pressures on, I wanted to say Matt Stafford, but it ain't Matt Stafford. On Matt, statue in the pocket, Ryan, 5 sacks on that man. So lots of good signs from the Chiefs defense. That's with Willie Gay out. That's with Trent McDuffie out. That's with Mike Dana out. The Chiefs defense is good. The Bucs defense is good. Probably better than the Chiefs defense if we're going to be honest, but I will say the Chiefs offense is looking better than the Bucs offense. They've been very bad. Let's just put it that way. They've scored an average of like 17 points per game. They last week were like 2 for 10, 2 for 11 on third down conversions. Now the Chiefs weren't that much better, I guess, but the Bucs are not doing well. Now they've been down like every receiver. But when has that ever stopped Tom Brady before? He's used no-name wide receivers for most of his career. Now he doesn't have Gronk this year either, which is something, but they are not doing well on offense. They've never scored over 20 points in a game. Tom Brady, I believe, has 3 touchdowns on the season. 3! That's an average of 1 per game, an average of 17 in a season. Now, he'll get more than that. They'll get clicking, but right now they're not playing well. So, in my opinion, it's going to be a battle of the defenses and who can do better, who can get more pressure. Like Brady was pressured only on like 17% of his dropbacks last week, I believe, but he was still sacked 3 times. Patrick Mahomes was pressured on 30% of his dropbacks and was sacked once. The Bucs have not scored over 20 points in a game. I cannot see that happening now. I know the defense the Chiefs defense has some key missing players, but they're still playing very well. Darius Harris had a really good game last week. Jalen Watson had a really good game last week. He did give up a couple passes, but he's still looking very good. I am pretty confident in the Chiefs defense. Spags is always giving Tom Brady trouble. I think Spags is going to come in pissed, absolutely pissed off from that Super Bowl loss, and he's going to come in and he's going to do what he does best against Tom Brady. A few keys for the offense that I have right now. Get the passing game established early on, even the short passing game, quick passes, all that stuff, because it's going to be very hard to run. We are going to say, run the freaking ball, right? We're going to be saying that, but they didn't do well against the Colts run defense, and the Bucs are even better. So do we think all of a sudden the Chiefs are going to come out and have an amazing run game this week? I do not think so, if I'm going to be honest. So I think they're going to need to use quick passing, check downs. Mahomes missed several check downs last week that were open. Don't necessarily look for the deep ball. Let's just move the freaking chains, dude, because it's going to be a dogfight. We need every yard we can get on every down. Get the quick passing game established as key 1. Key 2, got to find other targets than Travis Kelce and take check downs when needed. I kind of talked about that already, but Kelce, he's great. He's leading the Chiefs in receiving yards. He's incredible. So target him, but don't fix your eyes only on Kelce. There's other guys getting open. I watched the coaches film. Trust me, they're getting open. Not as much as we would like them to, but more. They're getting open more often than the broadcast angle is showing. On God, I promise that. Number 3, convert on third downs because it's been rough over the past 2 weeks. We have got to convert on third downs, guys. We were 3 for 10 last week, 3 for 11. Something like that. 2 for 4 in the red zone, and one of those issues was a field goal, I think, that we ended up kicking at like the goal line. We couldn't get in. We could not get in the goal line. So we've got to fix that. Every point is going to matter. Now, bonus key to victory, special teams has to show up. We need Harrison Butker so bad, guys, because every point's going to matter. So I'm pretty nervous a little bit about special teams if Harrison Butker doesn't start. For the defense, Spags has got to confuse Tom Brady. He's got to keep mixing coverage up because Brady is so good pre-snap. If he can confuse Tom Brady, get pressure, especially up the middle. Tom Brady is not mobile, y'all. He's a 45-year-old skeleton with skin hanging on his body. He does still have a good arm, but we got to get this man to fold. They've been horrible on third down conversions. They're like 20 or 25% of their plays on offense have been 3 and outs. So they haven't been able to move the ball. They're not much better at the run than the Chiefs. Okay, so If we can just get the ball as much as possible in Patrick Mahomes' hands, let him do his thing, we're going to win this game, but it's going to be a freaking dogfight. A couple other things that need to happen. The secondary has to show up lights out. Tom Brady is the GOAT for a reason. He knows how to read. He knows where to look. He knows what to look for, which is why key one on defense is Spags needs to switch stuff up all the time and keep him on his toes. But secondly, the defense, particularly in the secondary, has to hold, yes, but then obviously the line needs to get to Brady. Nothing revolutionary or groundbreaking there, but we got to keep their offense stuttering like they have been for the past 3 games this year. It's been very ugly and very bad for the Bucs. Now, with that being said, those are the thoughts. Injury report, keys to victory, my prediction, 17-21 Chiefs. Well, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on this video via the injury report. Maybe giving the Chiefs a bit of a reprieve. Are you nervous about MVS not starting, or does that make you excited about the possibility of Sky Moore and Justin Watson getting some more looks? And then let me know about the keys to victory. Am I off there? What do you think is going to be the Chiefs' keys to victory on all 3 sides of the ball, or all 3 phases of the game, rather? Offense, defense, and special teams. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below, and we'll fight about it down there per usual, because I'm here for all the freaking smoke. So if you enjoyed the video, like, sub, you know the freaking deal, then check out this video here, pew pew, which is a keys to victory game plan video from the legends over at RGR. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those